Tell me, Dr. Freeman, if you can. You have destroyed so much. What is it exactly that you have created? Can you name even one thing? I thought not.
We'll see about that.
He has to be somewhere around here. Any luck up there, Bob? Dog, I think I found something. Drop what you're doing and help me over here. Oh my God! Gordon! I was so worried. Hey, the gravity gun. Give it to him, dog.
Yeah, give it to me. Give it to me, you slut.
There, Gordon. Dog's happy to see you, I can tell. Okay, dog. Go get
Hello,
your
welcome.
stuff.
This is episode 1,
Dad.
continuing on with the
He was so
idea
finding you.
of going through all the Half-Life games. Because. Now, this game has a little bit of a slow start, admittedly. And this game's incredibly short. I can probably get through it in an hour or two. That's the plan, at least. Starting nice and early today.
Hold on a sec, there's so much interference. Hey, dog, give me a hand with this. Okay. Little to the right. There we go. Hold it there. We got it. Dad.
Alex, where are you? Please, God, tell me you're out of the city.
Well, not quite yet.
What?
But listen, Dad, we found him.
You found Gordon? I don't believe it. But listen, you two have to get out of the city. The citadel could blow at any moment.
There's no question that it will, I'm afraid. Our remote sensors indicate the process is accelerating toward a dark energy flare. Anyone left in the vicinity will be subjected to energetic events whose
Isaac,
effects are
please.
beyond my powers of speculation. The ravages to cellular material are
Reiner,
unimaginable.
stop!
Dad?
Oh dear, Eli, I'm sorry, but surely there's no need for undue alarm.
He said the chapter name.
Harm's way by now.
Well, actually, we're still at the Citadel.
What? Oh dear, but there's really no time. The core is exceedingly close to collapse. Why, there's no way to get far enough without first... Well, nothing short of a direct intervention in the core could possibly retard the reaction.
Back in 2006 when you could say the word retard.
But it's far too dangerous to consider. The chamber will be bathed in radiation.
Well, you do have the hazard suit. If we found a way into the Citadel, it's possible we could...
Alex, no!
But Dad!
Izzy, talk some sense into her.
I'm sorry, Eli, but I don't see any other way. It would help us evacuate more citizens.
We can do this, Dad.
Okay, Alex, okay, just promise me. Promise me that you won't take a single unnecessary risk.
I promise. I love you.
I love you too, baby. I'll be praying for you.
Don't worry. I'll see you soon.
Bit weird that a scientist would pray for somebody. Although I've heard there are religious scientists, which is a little bit bizarre, admittedly.
Somewhere along the rim.
I don't particularly understand how you could be a man or a woman of science and still believe in God. But there we go, to each his own, I suppose.
Thanks. Okay, boy. Pack up and meet us on the far side of this ridge. Whoa.
Weirdly enough, I thought I was supposed to push that. I seem to maybe be remembering something else entirely. No, it was the next section. I knew there was a car pushing section, I just couldn't remember where exactly it was. Let's clear all debris from the area.
Why is that taking so long? Dog!
Any more debris?
Look out! Oh my god, dog! Dog!
So weirdly enough, I've never no-clipped to see what that looks like from that section. That seems like such an obvious thing to do. And once I've finished, I'll probably go back and actually do that
Now stay with
this time.
us and help us find a way over. I cannot believe we're trying to get back in that place. This isn't gonna be easy.
Can't see any more debris, but I'm sure there's bound to be something in the corner
Well,
somewhere.
dog, what do you think? Any ideas?
Yeah, okay, it just spawns in. That's why I was trying to clear out all the debris, but it just spawns in. It's part of a scripted event. I thought it might freak out if there was nothing to grab.
There has to be a way to get across. But how? What about... Dog? Dog, where are you going? Was it something I said?
So I want to see if this actually kills you, or if it just pushes you out of the way. Because I've always there's a tire. I've always happened to just move out of the way, in the assumption that I could be squashed. No, it just pushes you out of the way, unfortunately.
Dog, really, that was a little close. What's gotten into you, huh? How exactly is this supposed to help us? Wait a minute. Oh no. You're not serious. Are you? Well, Gordon, unless you have a better suggestion, he is a robot. He's done the math. I want you to get out of here as fast as you can. Go find Dad. We'll catch up, don't worry. Alright,
I forgot to turn that off.
I'll miss you too. Don't worry about me. I'll see you soon.
Well, so this is quite a nice little cutscene of sorts, or a scripted event, or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, dog, let's do it. Before I change my...
But it's something I quite appreciate.
Okay. Careful, hold on. Whoa. Ow. Phew. Whew. Good throw, dog. Now go, boy, go on. You'll be fine, just... Uh-oh. What now?
Tell me, dog.
Hold on.
That was lucky.
All right, let's get off before the next ride starts. Holy crap.
Into the abyss. Anyway, so we're back in the Citadel. Oh shit. Double shit.
Oh my god, this place is really coming apart.
Yeah, I mean, we blew up their reactor. It's not like that's an unexpected thing to happen. Anyway, so this
Unbelievable.
section can be a little bit of a pain because once again you don't get any weapons until the second chapter, I believe. I think there's about 5 chapters in this game.
Oh my god. Stalkers.
Yeah, so stalkers weren't really used.
They shouldn't bother us if we leave them alone.
Stalkers weren't really used in Half-Life 2 except for sort of background dressing. But you can see up close that they've had their
Holding it from the other
hands
side.
cut off and also their legs, their feet even. Although part of their leg as well, from like the shin down.
Roller mines. They could help us get out of here.
But yeah, so this is a very short game, and I actually am not a massive fan of episode 1. It does set up episode 2, which is episode 2 is a lot better. Personally, I think, all things considered, I think I'd have preferred if they just released episode 1, episode 2, and what was going to be episode 3, all in the same time, because that would have made for, I think that would have made for a much better experience. Now, when Valve decided they were... Oh, I missed the charger. Oh well. I also went... I'm talking, so I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing. Yeah, I would have preferred episode 1, episode 2 to be in the same package. Thanks for that. I would have preferred episode 1 and episode 2 to... Oh, you a fucking shithead. I'd have preferred those 2 games to be in the same package, and we just had one really long game, because as it is, episode 1 is criminally short. It's appropriately priced and everything, it's just so short.
You found one. Dad taught me how to reset the targeting system.
And episode 2 is much, much better. It's the superior game.
I'll hold it out where I can work on it.
And then nothing. And then you've got a shitty VR game.
It's a lot more unstable, but it's.
But I think I've already complained about that enough. Well, actually no I haven't, but people probably don't want to hear me complain about it again. So let's move on from that.
We can get through now.
So I was considering doing a
Let's go.
run on this game, the 1 bullet run, where you only fire a single bullet, which is from your pistol when you first get it. But I don't know. I will see how that goes. Can't go that way. Let's move that out of the way so I don't get cooked. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I might attempt it, and then we'll see how it turns out. If it gets
Talk about unstable.
to be a bit of a pain, then I won't bother. I'll just swap out. But until that point, we'll just keep going as is.
What went on here?
Big old room, the shit ton of pods. Unfortunately, the light's a little bit too bright, so don't stare directly into it.
This console has some useful information. Let me see if I can pin down a path to the core.
I can still deliver Earth, but not without your help.
So I don't know if this actually tricked anybody. I remember, I mean, I don't think you really have to be smart to realise it's a recording,
Oh, thank God, it's just an old recording.
but I mean, I don't think that would actually fool anybody.
Just hurry, he's right behind you.
Oops.
What the hell?
Oopsie daisy. Every screen. Look at him, little nestled away like a little baby. So those things, they've got quite a unique, well, I say unique design. They've got quite an interesting design. In that the fact that I think they're intentionally designed to not look threatening at all, when they could potentially be the most threatening, or the most not threatening, the most aggressive, the most lethal,
What the hell was that thing?
the most dangerous.
Whatever that was, it's gone now. Let's get out of here.
There was a headache here. It's gone now.
What's going on in there?
Confiscation field engaged.
Hey, it's doing something to the gravity gun.
It certainly is.
It looks like it did in Brink's portal reactor.
It certainly does. Anyway, so we're back with the super 0-point energy field manipulator. So now we can go back to ripping bodies out of their, out of themselves, I guess. So I've got a problem with how little the Combine Elite soldiers were used. I don't know why there's so few used. They're only used really at the end of the prison sequence, which you don't actually fight them there because it's just a cutscene of sorts. You fight them once in in a small little factory area. Once you get on that bridge, the lift that goes sort of sideways, and then you fight them a little bit in the streets, but you don't really, they're not really that well used. But maybe not well used is the right term. Bollocks. But they're just not utilised all that much, really. And when they could be utilised a lot more. You'd think that the elite soldiers, you'd think it would be nothing but elite soldiers at the Citadel, as opposed to, just whoever happens to turn up that day. Is my point. But yeah, so this was bollocks. This was released in. Oh, come on, you cunt. We'll just keep going. As soon as we leave the area, it'll be a lot better. So just going to rush ahead because we don't want to get shot by that guy. Now we've just got to wait for Alex, unfortunately. She does take her time, I'm afraid. She doesn't run particularly fast. So I'll just play with these energy pellets whilst we wait. Watch him bounce all over the place. Like that thing from Men in Black. Where is she? There she is. Jesus. Take your time. I guess it's to stop you from going too far ahead. Ooh, blimey. I guess it's to stop you from going too far ahead of her, but when you've got an instant one-hit kill weapon and your suit's overcharged, it's...
Looks like this could be a transport elevator to the core.
Ooh. Unfortunately, that one blew up before I'd used it. So this is another one of those incredibly slow lifts that kind of get really boring. Now, they do try and make it interesting by having debris hurtle towards you, and a couple of vents happen on the way down, but they're not particularly interesting. Now, it is actually entirely possible for me to pick that back up, and if I was to punt it back into the air,
What's wrong with this?
it would be entirely possible for me to
Get it going again?
break the lift and obviously kill us both, which is something I found out by accident.
Great.
Something that wasn't intentional when I did it the first time, obviously.
Up there!
Here comes more.
Start her up again, Gordon.
Do what you did last time.
So unfortunately these things are in the way. They're a bit of a pain in the arse, so I just like to rip them out of their socket whilst we still can. And just chuck that shit. Now unfortunately Alex has decided to stand in a really awkward spot this time as well.
What's going on?
Come on. There you go.
Good job.
Thanks. I need small, meaningless praise in my life.
Here we go.
I've got to get it from somewhere
Move it now.
to validate my existence.
I think I see a stop down below. Let's get off there and see where it leads.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really have much choice, do we? To be
Look out!
perfectly honest. Another charger. So I believe this is the start of the second chapter. Or maybe it's not. Maybe I'm misremembering.
This could be it, Gordon.
Yes, it is. It's indeed the second chapter. So it's not the second chapter you get a gun. It's the third chapter. The third chapter is called Low Life. She's just going to stand on that corpse.
Why are they hanging around here?
So there's a bit more
Looks like they were deliberately
Combine
trying to
Elites
blow the reactor.
in this section.
Oh my god. It looks pretty far gone. I hope Dr. Kleiner was right about this. Let's see if we can find a way through the control room. The elevator's down in the core entry. Let me see if I can call it back to this level.
So this little area is quite nice. I quite like this area, minus the platforming.
These readings are off the chart.
And there is also an achievement here for reactivating the core shielding
Good thing you
without.
know what you're doing.
Yeah, good thing I know what I'm doing exactly.
Well,
Without harming any of the stalkers, which is fairly easy.
Gordon, I wish there was something else I could do to help. Hurry back.
I nearly choked then. The glass was so clear that I didn't see the frame. I thought it was just a drop. I thought something had messed up. Oh, jeez, I'm tired. Yeah, so it's entirely possible to do, but it's just a matter of timing. You don't have much time before they do that, and you've got to jump for the. You've kind of got to just jump. Bollocks. You kind of got to just jump for the old. The old thing. Oh, of course. I'm an idiot. They disabled the old. Fuck's sake. Oh, come off it. Are you fucking serious with this bullshit? There we go. Right, now we can go. No, we can't. And that one's done. Right. Oh shit! Okay, well I guess that's I'm not doing that then. That was completely unintentional. Thanks for that. I really wasn't trying to kill your friend, but you're going to attack me now regardless. Holy shit, what is going on? Oh, please. Right. There. Now they can no longer disable that shit. They can torch me a little bit, but it's not really much of an issue, is it? To be perfectly honest with you. I've got to go through the maintenance hatch. Right. So now we've got to set up these 3 generators. I think they're generators anyway. That's what I'd call them. Where's the door? So if one of the Combine Elites fires his energy pellet, you can actually just use that if you so wish. It makes it a little bit shorter. I've got manhacks coming in from somewhere. And a grenade. Maybe from there. Surprising. Oh, hop up through the maintenance shafts. And out we go. So yeah, this section's kind of just doing... Holy shit, where is it? This section... Oh god, there's more. This section's kind of just doing more of the same, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to quick save it here, because sometimes this thing pulses and kills me. Sometimes, not always, but it's enough to be a concern, at least. Next. Oh, sorry about that, fella. So, yeah. So this last one can be a bit annoying, having to run and jump on things. But we get through it relatively quickly. Saves having to wait. Let's get rid of these guys. More are still coming. Oh, sugar. Nearly fell off then. Where are we going? Oh, whoop, 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 whoop. Should have jumped over it instead of whee, whee, whee. Last but not least, this final one, and then we can get out of here into some street fighting. So this is a very nice, simple, easy puzzle. There we are, and we've fixed the core. Now, something I wanted to do, if I can, now that we've shrunk the core back down to its original size. Nice. Unfortunately, I wasn't quick enough, so I don't think I can still get health. I might be able to. Where's the... No, I can still get... Okay, I can still get some health, but not all of what I needed.
Gordon, you did it!
But yes.
Containment system's back in place. It won't last forever, but at least we've bought a little time. While you were in there, I did some poking around in the control data. They were trying to start a chain reaction, all right. But destroying the Citadel is just a side effect. Since we took out Brain's reactor, this is the only way they have to send a transmission packet back to wherever they came from. I can't tell what the packet contains, but it's important enough that they're willing to sacrifice the whole Citadel to send it off. We need to get it back to my dad and Dr. Kleiner at the outpost right away. I've been pulling down a copy. Whatever it is, I have a feeling it's bad news for all of us. There's something else. It's Judith. Take a look.
I'm fairly sure I've pinned down the location of the project. It's hard to say how much of it might have survived intact or whether there's anything remaining that could compromise our work if it were discovered by the Combine. We'll need to take a close look at it, of course, but I should be able to give a better opinion within a few hours. If the site is where we think it is, then it should be no more than... I'm gonna cut this short. We may have been spotted.
Where the hell is she?
That's a good question. One we never find out.
She's in serious trouble.
She certainly is.
We need to get this and the transmission.
She's been in trouble for over 14 years.
The packet's done copying. I've got it.
No, not that I'm counting or anything.
Uh-oh. I think they felt that. I've secured an exit elevator.
Cool.
It's this way.
Let's move.
Something tells me they don't want us reading their mail.
They could quite easily throw a grenade over the top of that.
If we can hit your road, it should take us straight out of the city.
Not quite sure why they didn't. I mean, they're supposed to be the elite guards.
Well, it's nice while it lasted.
Because they could literally throw a couple of grenades over, and for nearly anybody else that would be a real threat. You know, if we didn't have the gravity gun, we wouldn't really have much of a chance at living. Unless, I guess, we threw the grenades up into the air at the right time, which, you know, chances of that happening aren't very high.
That'll slow us, but not for long.
Don't shoot it, you can't destroy these things. So, reconfiguring the roller mines was a very strange idea. It's also not very useful, really. It's useful in this one section. Actually, no, that's not true. There's a section later on when you're in the streets, and you get to use it again against the sniper. But other than that, it's not really much use, and it's never really used again. It's kind of just... Well, I guess I don't really know why it's in here, to be honest. But... don't come up. See, this is the problem I have.
Coast is clear.
Coast is clear. Coast is clear. Come on, Alex. You can get around 2 balls.
This is our train. Let's get in.
She should know her way around a couple of balls.
Come on, let's get in.
And off we go. Surprisingly, yeah.
I don't know what's in this copy we made.
So I couldn't possibly imagine that this being the end of the game. If this train didn't derail, this would have been the end of the game.
It's a stalker.
Until episode 2.
God damn the Combine.
Loop.
This is what happens to you if you resist.
Loop.
Or if you're just in the wrong place at the wrong time. God, I hope you don't remember who you were. All right. Let's see where this train is headed. With any luck.
So interestingly, this train's not actually moving. It's purely a visual,
Thank God we're not.
an optical illusion. They've just got the
Let's hope the worst is
stuff
over.
above. The world outside of this train's actually the one that's moving.
Looks like you saved our lives.
This train's actually just standing still, and the world around us
What's that?
is moving on an infinite loop.
Oh my God.
Simply because it would be easier, I guess. I mean, it's something they've done since, you know, the build engine days of Duke Nukem 3D, where you'd have a plane level, but the plane would be static, and the outside area would be the one that's moving. Okay, so this is the third chapter, Low Life, and I think there's only like 3 more chapters to go. I think this let's have a look quickly. 3, yeah. So there's only 3 more chapters to go, and the last chapter is basically just an escort mission. So this is a very, very short game, one that will be over and done with before lunch. All things, if everything goes to plan. What's Alex doing? So this is sometimes a slight bug that happens. Sometimes Alex doesn't come through, and this is an unfortunate little bug. Now, hopefully if I can quick save it. Not if I can quick save it, if I can quick load. Otherwise I'll just start the chapter fresh. Yeah, no, I just have to start the chapter fresh. Annoyingly, that bug's been in for quite some time. I've got more health, but I lost my suit power.
I gotta catch my breath. Okay. Well, this might not be as easy as I thought. We're in the same boat as the other evacuees now. On foot to a train station. Let's head for the surface.
So this game has one of my few, I guess you could say, shocking moments, perhaps, or of a shocking reveal. So I'm going to run past these guys because they're no real threat. Now the worst part is Alex can actually die.
I'm blind as a bat without that flashlight on. Hey, an air duct. I've heard stories about it.
So what was I saying? I can't remember. I completely forgot what I was talking about. Short game. Don't know. Oh well. Yeah, this is the chapter where where's the power switch first? Oh, that's right. You can't get out without the pistol. You need the pistol to get out, and that's the only single bullet you can fire in the entire game if you're going for the special run, as it were. And it's quite an interesting run. So I think I will do it. Just for the sake of it, just to give this game a little bit of challenge, because otherwise it's just a case of rushing through absolutely everything. Okay, so this is where she needs me, but very cleverly, if you set a zombie alight, they will actually produce real light. And that's something I quite appreciate a considerable amount. The fact that they took the time to do such a thing. That zombie's obviously still alive.
Keep your light on that zombie.
So the animations, as you can see, the animations were improved and worked upon for this game. And again, for the 2007 episode 2, there was also another game with improved animations, as you'd expect, of course. But it's certainly appreciated. It's certainly appreciated that they've got better animations. Kind of need a flare or something. I don't know whether.
Here? The Combine's defense field must have collapsed.
Here we go.
Makes
That's the
sense
wrong
if
one.
it was powered by the Citadel.
Yes. Oh, I remember what I was talking about. Yes, one of my few shocking reveal moments. There's not been too many of. There's not been too many of those throughout my time playing games, surprisingly. The one other time I do remember is Fallout 3. The first time I started Fallout 3, and you come out into you leave your vault, and you come out into the world, and the sun blinds you for a few seconds, and then it clears, and it's just a blasted hellscape. And I remember that was incredibly effective. As much as I hate Fallout 3, that was a really effective introduction. And Fallout New Vegas wasn't as... I mean, Fallout New Vegas, you kind of just stepped out of someone's house. Out of Dr. Mitchell's... Come on. Oh, whoops. You'd already done it, my bad. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, in Fallout New Vegas, you just kind of step out of someone's house. And that was it. Blimey. What a slut. So I can't really do too much. In fact, she's kind of being overrun at this point. I can't really leave Alec. Balls. She's getting quite overrun, so I might actually want to intervene before she... I think she works on a regenerating health type of deal, in which, as long as she doesn't take damage for a set amount of time, then she's fine. I'm not sure if that is actually the case. I can't confirm that, but that's what it seems to be. It seems to be that. It seems to be that she works on a health regen system. So I just want my... I think there's a flare there. There we go. So I need to find power cables. Excuse me, lads, don't mind me. As soon as I get this light on, the better. Then she can see and take care of us. No, she can't. I thought there might have been lighting on in here, but evidently not. Excellent, so we'll move on. On we move. Moving onwards. Onwards we go. There's another one. Where did it go? There it is, hiding in the corner. Yeah, so I'm not really a fan of episode 1. I don't like it too much. It's short. It's kind of. I think it introduces a ton of gimmicks like this and the roller mines.
Good idea, Gordon.
But they're used like once or twice, and then that's it. They're not used ever again.
I hate these things.
And yeah, it's just kind of, like I say, I don't really. There's also not very. There's not really not. Fuck me, stumble over every sentence. There's also not that much that's particularly interesting. Bollocks. There's not too much that's particularly interesting about the locations in this game. You go from the Citadel, which is interesting, to underground sewers, underground building areas, etc. Bollocks. Car parks. To back out to the streets. And that's kind of it. So it's all very generic. Damn it. A little help, Alex. Thank you. Didn't think she was going to help me there for a second. Come on, let's just dodge these guys. Oh. Let's just go back quickly. Shit. So hopefully... Okay, well, annoyingly, they were picking up bones that they dropped. Well, that worked... Oh, blimey. That worked out a lot better than I had anticipated. Yeah, so I don't really... Oh, fuck's sake, are you serious? Another one? Yeah, so I don't really care for this game too much, which I'm glad it's short. God's sake, I keep doing that. I'm glad it's short, because it means you can just breeze through it and then you can get to the good stuff. And the good stuff is where it's at. This section is one that I particularly dislike, simply for the fact that it's just cars and burrows and not really much else. It's kind of, that's all you kind of get for this sector. And again, excuse me, you don't need that. Again, it's not really anything interesting. I kind of struggle to have any real fun doing this. It's more like kind of forced in a way. In a sense, that's what it feels like anyway. That's how kind of dull and boring it is, which is a shame because this was years ago when I obviously first played this, over a decade ago, which I think I personally think the graphics held up. Some people dislike it, some people think it's a bit what would you say? How could you say it? A bit outdated, I suppose. That's what some people. And I mean, I guess it depends on you. If you're capable of putting yourself in the mindset that people had, back in the day. The original Half-Life looked fantastic back in the day. Now it looks like obviously like shit. But people had issues running that game. They didn't have graphics cards strong enough. Where's the last hole? Right in front of me. Slag. Oh, come on. Yeah, so I guess it depends on... Come on, Alex, what are you doing? You're the one with the gun here. Where is she even? Oh, she's up there. Yeah, so I guess it depends on your mindset. I guess if you expect every game to look like, I don't know, Destiny 2 or something along those lines, then yeah, this game looks like shit. But I really don't think it looks too bad. Unfortunately, like I say, episode 1, I could give or take. I could take it or leave it. I mean, I don't know what I was talking about there. That's not the phrase. Again, this is all just boring to me.
You're lucky you got that hazard suit. This water's nasty.
I mean, it's water. I don't know how water can be nasty. Alex, do you want to do something? Jesus. Okay, well, unfortunately, thanks to Alex's inaction. Fuck me. Thanks to Alex, she kind of got me killed there. I went from full health and suit to absolutely nothing in a matter of seconds.
You're lucky you got that hazard suit. This water's nasty. That room for two in there?
Alex, please do something. Holy shit, are you fucking serious? Oh boy. I really did not think it would be too hard. Evidently Alex is not very... I've got one grenade so I can use that. Oh. Would you like to get that guy? If you can. Cool. Okay, just pistol ammo that I'm not going to use. Come on Alex, move. So I'm going to grab... Where's that explosive barrel?
Ugh. You're lucky you've got that hazard suit. This water's nasty.
Whatever you say.
Room for two in there?
So is that going to actually stop them? Because if that's the case, I'd be very surprised.
Get back.
You should probably listen to... Okay, that apparently did actually stop them. Unfortunately, that zombie will knock it out of the way, which... I'm now actually worried that that barrel's going to explode. I'm going to just throw my grenade. Well, that worked. Surprisingly. Alex, are you coming? Good. You need to make sure she's there, otherwise she'll wander off or get killed by a zombie. This section's a bit of a pain in the arse. It's a holdout section, but I dislike it. Obviously. Don't jinx it. That door's not real. Where did the power go? Got to fight with this. Holy shit. So I believe there's a fast zombie in there. Come on. Nope. Different zombie. There was a zombie in there, but not a fast zombie. God, I fucking hate this suit flashlight. Damn it, Alex got in the way. Right. God, this fucking torch. Come on, Alex, do something. Oh, that's what I was doing, you stupid bitch. Okay, so where's the light? Because I'm trying to... Oh my god, not another one. This game's not really giving me much of a chance to get to the light. I'm having to constantly fight with my... Right, here we go. Thank fuck for that, Jesus.
Hey, I hear the elevator. It's moving again.
Vital signs critical.
Holy shit, Alex, get out of the fucking way, Jesus. She's really starting to annoy me now. Let's try and keep calm. Anyway, so this elevator takes its sweet ass time. I've unfortunately got to look for supplies because Alex keeps getting in my way. Oh, sweet Jesus. Now, you can... Bollocks. Don't know where that came from, but I can send it back. What thing? I mean, they're already pretty set alight. I don't don't think I can really do it anymore. But yeah, we can use these corpses as makeshift fires, I suppose.
What's taking so long?
And here come the fast zombies, which are a real pain in the dick. That I really dislike dealing with. There we go. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, fuck's sake, I hate this fucking section. Come on, Alex, we've got to do all this fucking bollocks again. So there's an achievement for setting 15 zombies with a flare, if you care. Which is annoyingly simple to do, provided they don't whack it out of your hands. Unfortunately, there goes my second flare. Don't know, but we're running out of we've got these propane tanks here. Don't know. The fact that we have to do this twice, that would probably be a factor. Where are you going, Alex? The lift's this way. Jesus Christ, what's she doing? Right, finally. Thank God for that.
That was close.
That was annoying, not close. There we go, we see a zombie being poorly dragged away by an antlion.
I hope it's still light out.
But anyway, this is, once we get past the loading screen, this is the part that actually shocked me the most when I was a kid. You know, when I saw it the first time. Something I considered
It's still day.
well, yeah, like I say, genuinely surprising. It surprised me when I was a kid. Surprised me, shocked me, whatever you want to call it.
Hey, up there! That's it. See if the crank still works. Come on, Gordon, crank that thing.
I'm cranking it. I'm cranking it as hard as I possibly can.
Okay, let's get to the train yard before the Citadel blows.
So yeah, I genuinely consider this part to be absolutely shocking, because there is just nothing left of the entire city. It is just fucking rubble. It's frankly insane. And if you've seen images of like World War II, or I guess London as well during the Blitz, but probably Poland and France, there are like some places where nothing is left and it's just rubble. And it's like, fuck. I mean, I'm so fucking glad I'm not alive during that period, because I don't think I'd be able to handle it. There were, you know, people that grew up during that period are tough as nails. Granted, most of those are nearly kind of pretty much all dead at this point. I mean, not all of them, but
Probably us.
a large
Get a bit farther before they notice us.
a large portion of them are tough as nails. Let's quickly run through before it squashes us. And see, now we're back to the gimmick of the cars again. which again I don't care for, but there we go. So we just got, oh, I actually missed one somehow. But yeah, no, I don't care for these things. Come on, there's one behind us. He's literally shooting at you. You're going to do something about it. This is what happens when you rely on the AI. Valve's AI is always been rather strange because like the enemy AI is really good, but then you get to their companion AI and it's absolutely dog shit, and I don't know what's the difference. I guess it's because they don't want to make the game too easy if your companion does everything for you. But it's like, Jesus, Left 4 Dead 2, or Left 4 Dead in general I should say, is the perfect example of that. Because your teammates moonwalk towards you to revive you. As soon as you take a scratch, they try to heal you. And that puzzle was shamefully difficult for me when I was a kid. I couldn't understand how that puzzle was supposed to work, and I could never do it properly, so I just stacked shit up. A little disappointed in myself, but I was a very dumb kid. I fully admit that at all times. Thanks for that. My turn. There's a sniper out there. Oh, that's right. That's what we're supposed to use the roller mines for. I remember now. We're not supposed to rush out. We're supposed to wait.
Here while that sniper's covering the street.
We're supposed to wait for the roller mine. And I might as well find where that other one is, in case it didn't come down. There it is. Let's push that out the window. There we go. So hopefully those two will deal with the... Are you serious? You're supposed to be out there doing work. Come on, guy. Okay, cool. Now we can pick up this cache of grenades. And if there are any more grenades in there, I'm not going to get them. Oh, he flops. So yeah, that's kind of all the... oops. Where's Alex gone? There she is. So while she's messing around with that, I'm going to try to...
That sniper almost took my head off.
Don't lie, you were hiding inside. Let's see, there's no more grenades. Do you think you could do something? Climb up there, perhaps?
Let me climb up and take a look at what we're walking into.
So that is actually quite nicely animated. I can't imagine what a ball ache that must have been to animate. But usually when you got people walking upstairs, for example, in games, they sort of they don't really use the steps exactly. They kind of, well, it's kind of hard to.
I might be a little rusty with this rifle. Nope, guess I'm not.
So we're just gonna fuck. No, we're not just gonna run past everybody because they won't let us. Which I think was kind of the intention. I think they wanted you to see Alex was capable of defending you with the sniper rifle, and for the most part she does a good job. There are a couple of times when she misses and it's like, how did you miss? They're zombies, for God's sake. Like that, for example, and it's like, how did you miss that twice? Look how slow that thing moves and you managed to miss it twice. Take that. Soda's bad for you. Fan, last one. There we go. Thank God for that. So she hit the ones that where it counted. It's a bicycle. A ton of suit power and more burrows. Oh shit! Somehow I completely forgot about that guy. I'm in severe need of health now.
Warning. Vital signs critical.
Unfortunately, I don't have much in the way of health now. Yeah, that was my fault. That was entirely my fault on that one. I completely forgot about that guy in the... Oh, there's another box. Come on, looks, there's an antlion there. Okay, well, Combine can take it. Combine are more my friend now than Alex ever was. So I want to let Alex take out a couple of these waves, and then I'll wait for the next time that someone comes by. Grab up this ammo that I'm not going to use. I guess I'll just use a couple of my grenades. I was trying to get through it without using anything, but grenades don't actually null the achievement. It's RPGs, grenades, gravity gun. Basically, anything that fires lead is off limits. But grenades, RPGs, gravity gun, crowbar. That's all fine to use. You get the crowbar surprisingly late in this game, considering it's like the weapon of the series. You certainly can. There's no button to close this, is it? It's just going to close by itself. Some of these walls have buttons that you can push. But this one's just a hold off enemies until it does.
Phew. Glad that's over. Oh God. Looks like the reactor's back on track for a meltdown. That transmission's going out after all. Oh. I'd like to find another way around these buildings.
But we really don't have time.
We really don't have time.
So we got cut through this little Combine outpost. Surprised, I mean the Combine are using like the only buildings that are still standing at this point. Oh, don't mind me. Oh shit. That's got to leave a scar. Holy shit, both me and him are doing absolutely terrible. There he is again.
Whew. I think we just broke about 50 Combine regulations. What's that beeping sound?
Guess. Luckily
Get away from the doors.
Yep. Luckily I got the old health up beforehand. I don't think I'm going to be able to... There we go. I didn't think I could get this through without having some difficulty. just throw a grenade on their corpse as well. Okay, this is a little bit further back than I had wanted. What's with that? That red line. That seems like it was some sort of bug, some sort of graphical glitch. Come on, you slag. There you go. So I guess I'll be using the radiators as a weapon, because I don't think she can really handle 4 Combine Elites by herself, which is, I guess, fair enough. It's a bit much expecting that from the AI. I'm so tempted to say something else then, but... Oh, they're not even Combine Elites, they're just regular Combine soldiers. Anyway, that time went much better. Wow, what a dumbass he was. He just shot that barrel right whilst I was holding it in front of him. Oh well, rather him than me. Okay, so this part can be incredibly annoying to do. You're kind of relying on doing as much damage to it as you possibly can before it blows that up. You partially want to rely on Alex to do her job. If there's any Combine soldiers, maybe they'll help, maybe they won't shoot you. But they don't really last too long, to be perfectly honest. So as long as we keep moving, it's just, yeah. So there was one Combined shotgunner still left alive, luckily. But Alex is doing most of the work, and it's just a case of us dodging off. Okay, there's some antlines coming in from somewhere over here. By the looks of things. Nope. Thanks for that. Where's that final hole then? Because I don't know where to... Okay, so you can see that it's got little bits of blood dripping from its mouth. And that's something they added in episode 2, episode 1 and episode 2, I believe. I don't think they had it for the original one, because it was hard to tell when it was going to die, even though it's not, because it plays in animation when it's going to die. It has the same animation every time when it dies, but I guess somebody said it was too hard to tell when it was going to die, so they added blood effects into its mouth, or its mouth area. There we go.
They're coming from the rooftop.
Let's just take care of that. They've all decided to stack up, weirdly enough. Come on, Alex, you can do this. You're a big girl. Ooh. Who are you aiming at now? No idea. Let's push onward. Where's that? Oh, it's coming from the pit. Oh, that helps. Whoever that was, thank you. That's a really sneaky one. So, back in again, and not going that way because I know that's the trick. Or is it? I forget which one. One of those directions falls down, and I'm pretty sure it's this one. But I'm not entirely convinced. So this is obviously a small little throwback to the original Half-Life, in which there's a room full of trip mines. Now, for the most part, this is easy to get past. You usually just run and jump. And I need to bust out this thing before I drown. But you can usually just get away with pulling the barrel out and hiding back under the water. What have we got in here? Shit, I nearly killed myself with that table. Nearly got myself with that table there. here we go. Back into another vent. Up we go. And this area is a bit of a pain in the arse. Especially if you don't like walking around tiny ledges. I'm not a massive fan of that, to be honest, especially in first-person games that you can quite easily fall to your death. It depends if it has a quick save as well. Quick save usually makes it okay because you can always just quick load. Sometimes it can be incredibly frustrating though, depending. What else have we got? Just these three. Just these three. So the hospital section of this game is probably the best part.
I thought you might have forgotten about me.
It's probably the strongest part of the game. Unfortunately, it drops off instantly and goes straight to an escort mission, which does instantly kind of kill it for me. We're gonna let this zombie. Holy shit! Did it actually make it over? I think there'd be one more explosion. There we go. Oh, didn't see that bad boy in the corner there. That's all fine. That's all fine. Shit. I guess we're using the hopper again.
Here we go again.
Or not. Shit. Just double shit. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Got another radiator time. No. Oh wow, I actually got it through there. So they kind of just arbitrarily give you weapons on this game. But then again, to be perfectly honest, episode 2 is a lot like that as well. I didn't see where this was. Oh no, I know where this is. Yeah, episode 2 is a lot like that. In fact, I think episode 2 might actually be worse because you kind of just find grenades to be kind of absolutely everywhere. I don't know where Alex is, but I could really use her help. Okay, well that surprisingly got a completely different guy. So yeah, like I say, RPGs are fine to use, and once you get the RPG, it does make this game, this run a lot easier. And so I'm hoping for this guy to die. Yes, just like that, so I can get his RPG. And this makes it a lot easier for me because the RPG doesn't count as a gun as such in this challenge. Although I just realised I need a shit ton of health now. So hopefully, for fuck's sake, Alex. Come on, you little curb. You can make it. I believe in you. I believe in you. Come on, you bastard. There we go. More guys. So I do like the sound effects they used for the rappel. Okay, all of those are actually dead already. Those are all full. Yeah, the guns in episode 2 are kind of given to you just absolutely randomly.
Hey, over here!
Nice face. His face is not very good, admittedly.
Everyone should clear out of the city.
The Combine's not making it easy. We're trying to get enough people together to force our way through to the train station. People are meeting up in a safe house nearby.
Can you take us there?
You bet. Let's go. This way.
Hey, it's me. Open the door.
What's the password?
I'm not even gonna tell you to shut up.
Come on in.
Previously, certain protein chains important to the process of embryonic development were selectively prevented from forming. This is no longer the case. For those so inclined, now would be an excellent time for procreation, which is to say, you should give serious consideration to doing your part for the revival.
Okay, so I don't...
What the hell? Let's find another way up.
Oh god. I can't believe that worked. I can't believe I surfed on top of a zombie's head. So this little thing's a little bit of a trick. And... fuck! I knew the trick was there and I still missed it. I can't believe I did that. Holy shit, I deserve to die. Okay, yeah, so what I was going to say is, this area is a little trick, and what you want to do is walk around the side. Now, unfortunately, I forgot what side that was. Jesus, and I almost fell in again. Blimey, what a slut. So, I unfortunately, but I did actually get more health and armour from falling down there, so...
Gordon, Alex, I don't believe it.
So I guess it all worked out in the end.
We're not exactly sure. All I know is the Vortigots had something to do with it. But what about you, Barney?
I'm doing okay, just going crazy trying to...
They found us!
Aw, hell, Gordon, were you followed again?
We stole some information from the Citadel on our way out. I don't know what it is yet, but it's important enough that they've been hounding us the whole way here.
Well, that puts the pressure on. Look, we gotta get moving. You guys know about the evacuation trains, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've been planning to make a push on the train station. Now it looks like we're gonna have to cut a path through every chicken ship Metro cop who's having second thoughts about defending City 17.
If Gordon and I took a
What is there to defend, really? It's a pile of rubble. How are they going to rebuild from that? City 17 was one of the last remaining areas that was still possible for humans to live in, thanks to shit being smashed up everywhere else during the 7-hour war, and obviously all the wildlife teleporting in from Zen. But I mean, like I say, City 17 was one of the last remaining sectors, and now that it's an absolute shithole,
Getting tired of carrying this around.
you know, what's the point of defending this?
Try not to lose this one, okay? Go on across, Gordon. She's waiting for you. You lucky dog, you.
If you say so. So we've got the crowbar, which does allow us a more what do you want to call it? A more direct means of attack, in much that you can, yeah, great shooting with this crowbar that I'm using. That actually took a little bit longer to go off than I wanted. There's a gunship. We're just going to ignore that and just get across as quickly as possible into the hospital. So this hospital section is really nicely designed, and I really do appreciate this entire area. Valve obviously appreciates it as well, because they used it in their trailer for this game.
Keep an eye out for medical supplies.
So a long time ago, when Valve did their big update to how Steam worked, they actually broke this skybox, and for the longest time possible, this game had a broken skybox. So it's just a black and purple squares, and it was really, really annoying. It was really annoying to see because, well, obviously it just ruined the game, but... Come on, Alex. You're the one with the gun. So this gunship will harass us for a bit until we get away from the windows. But it's a real pain in the arse. Oh, come on. Please leave me alone. Hopefully it doesn't know where I am. Yeah, it seemed to have got confused. So I could have saved my rockets for this part, and you kind of have to take it down here anyway. So it's fine. But you do unfortunately have to you do have to wait for this guy to shoot out some of the panels so you can actually see him. Obviously, I mean that's pretty obvious. Where's this guy? There it is. So yeah, I could have saved my rockets that I picked up the first time from this guy, and I could have just taken him down there and then. This guy doesn't seem to be... oh, no, I take that back. I was going to say he doesn't seem to be too bothered about self-defense, this one. For some reason. Not quite entirely sure what that's about, but no matter. Please. There we go. And it always kind of lands in roughly the same place, just about here-ish.
Think it's dead? Maybe we should whack it with the crowbar just in case.
It's definitely dead. Because usually they do come apart.
Oh God, not
here we go.
again.
It seems a bit weird to me that the Combine would lock their own doors, put their own locks on the doors, and then not have the access. You know what I mean? Like they've put their own secure locks on, but they don't have the key for that lock, so they're just going to blow the door down. I know it makes the game more interesting as opposed to just the door opening and stuff, but it doesn't really make any sense. Where are you, Alex? There you are.
So much for medical supplies. I found a shotgun.
So they actually gave Alex a ton of new, well, I say new, Alex never used a shotgun prior, but they gave her a ton of new animations with the shotgun and some really cool zombie fighting animations that she will hopefully get to utilise if possible. There's another guy in here, but she has some really good. There's one where a zombie grabs her and she uses the shotgun just to blast him away. Which is always enjoyable. Another one where she knocks him on the floor and blows his head off. That's also a very good one. One I'm a fan of. Shit. I'm gonna have to take care of those shotgun guys because they can be quite lethal. Especially with how surprisingly fast they fire. They don't seem to really need to... Well, thanks. It was a little bit too late. I already got shrapnel in the arse. Yeah, like that. So that's one of the cool ones. Hopefully, that's another one. That's my favourite one. But yeah, the animations are actually really good on this. And it's a shame because I don't think, I mean maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know if the animators really get much work to do out of you know, animating guns reloading. I bet that's reloading, creating a gun reload animation. I bet that feels pretty soulless. Then again, I mean, it depends on the type of person you are, I suppose. If you're like, yeah, whatever, it's easy work and I still get paid the same, then I don't care. I mean, if you're like that, then, you know, more power to you, I suppose. But if I was an animator, I think it would be incredibly soulless to have nothing to do but reload a magazine going into a gun. I love those animations because they're just instant kill animations, regardless of the situation. So we got some time before these zombies break through that door. Unfortunately, that's ammo. We don't need ammo. Alex is in the way again. She's still in the way.
Oh, God.
Alex, you suck. To be perfectly honest, I was not expecting that guy to be in that room. Oh, good. Yeah, I was not expecting that guy to be in the room, so I wasn't actually prepared for him. Get that guy whilst he's... Oh, shit. I say get that guy whilst he's distracted.